What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing really well. Thanks for clicking on another video of mine. Unless it's your first time here, which I ask you to subscribe, please. Hit that like button if you would before we even get started. I'd really appreciate it. But if you want to wait around just to make sure the content is good, do so, but please hit the like button before you leave. It really helps out with YouTube, or I guess it does. Leave me a comment as well. Let me know what you'd like to see coming up. Today we're in the shop. As you just saw, it is pouring rain. It's been raining for probably 3 days straight now. It is cold, which is fine. That's wonderful. A lot of places in the world right now are burning up, forest fires and heat waves, and we're just getting hammered with cold and rain here. So it really is beautiful. The brooks are gushing. Vegetation is loving it. It's beautiful. These are the knives I'm currently working on here. We have five gorgeous prevails. Look at that forged finish. These will get brass wire wheeled. Not enough to scrub the forged finish off of them. It'll leave like a really tough, almost like a DLC coating on them. That's nice and black, a little bit rough and uneven, which is the look that I really like. Beautiful. So those will be nice. One of these is a custom order. The other 4 will be going on the website for sale, unless one of you kind people email me and pre-order. I do allow that as well if you'd like to pre-order one of these. A couple yellow foxes. One of my favorite patterns, maybe my favorite pattern in my production models right now. Just really love the shape on these. We have a custom here, which is sort of a replica build of a Groman number 1, I believe. So you can see that profiling, kind of like that classic bird and trout, but in an enlarged model. Got more of a saber grind here, jimping, and have a look. You'll be able to see that better once it's all done. But this is the one we're going to be focusing on today, because we're going to be doing some beautiful work. This is going to be a little bit more of a showpiece compared to what we often build. And this one here, beautiful little Nesmec style knife. Great ergonomics on that one. What a great skinner that would be, huh? First thing we're going to do here is charge the compressor. So we like having compressed air when we're working. Get our safety gear on. We've got to wire wheel all of those forged finishes so we get that beautiful, almost a glossy finish. Take off some of the rougher scale, and we're left with something really special there. So that's what we're going to do about now. You know, it's been a difficult week for me mentally. It's one of those business weeks, one of those weeks where you work for yourself, where, you know, I have to balance my work between actual physical, tangible production work and the planning and the contacts and the marketing. And this week, I've spent the last 3 days pretty much sun up to sundown on the computer, which is tiring and it's very difficult for me. Also, we have the new baby at home. It's just been a challenging week mentally. So I've booked this day we're in here right now. It's early in the morning. I've said, you know what, no matter what email's coming in, no matter what's going on today, this is a shop day. I've got my earbuds here, fresh charged. I've got some good podcasts I've been wanting to dive into and listen to. And I'm just really excited. The rain, you can hear it pouring down outside. It's just going to be a quiet, productive day in the shop here. And I'm really excited. Some days are, you know, this is something that I'm struggling with as a business owner, as someone who runs their own show. You know, you don't have anyone to tell you when to do what. You don't have the higher-ups to do that. You are the higher-up. So, when it comes to prioritizing different work and deciding what gets done when, that's all on you. And I'm guessing that'll always be a work in progress for me. But something I'm battling with lately. Like I said, we have the new baby. My wife's off work, so I'm working full-time now. We have a lot of things in motion. And as usual, we're just going through some growing pains. But all in all, we are achieving success. Things are moving forward, not backwards, and we're making moves. So excited for that. But right in the moment here, just trying to be excited for my peaceful day in the shop. You know, this grinder here has been my biggest sole business investment to date, and quite a bit of money, and that was a really hard purchase for me. Yeah, and it's still not easy, because as your business grows and there's more turnover, the scale of your purchases grow. So yeah, you're making more money, and yeah, you have better numbers to base or to justify the expenses. You know, I've got 3 years of knife sales that says, you know, I'm probably going to get my worth out of this $1,000 steel order. This grinder was one of the best purchases I've made. It was a big lump to swallow at the time. It left a pit in my stomach for a long time. But after a couple weeks of using it, man, it is just so good. And it increases my production, both quality and production, in terms of the amount I can get out. Multiple folds, just beautiful. Nice satin. No edge on this yet. I think we'll put a stone edge on this one. What do you think? I'll show you guys the sharpening when this one's done. Prevail here. Nice saber grind. Not a finish edge, but a rough finish edge. 400 grit belt finish there. Our Nesmic here, kind of a saber vex. A little bit higher than a Scandi, but vexed in, so a micro bevel. Blended in nicely there. And I had a good profile blade. Very mild swedge here, back swedge. Just so it's not a harsh edge, it's a little more organic. I like that. Might make one of these for myself. Love to have one of those come hunting season or bushcraft season. In for mealtime. Let's get those buds uncharged and make sure they last me the afternoon. Beautiful morning of work. Got some cool stuff to show you after we head back out. Show you what we've been working on here, guys. It's going to be cool. This is a custom order. We have some olive green micarta with orange thong tubes, so it'll be 3. That'll be a pretty sweet combination. These 4 prevails will be available, or are available now for pre-sale. They're going to be, I think, really nice. Let me know what you think of the combination. It's a bright cherry red with tan liners almost like a desert tan liner. I think it's going to look really slick. 3 1/8 inch brass pins. Forge finish, that black forge finish, super black forge finish on these. It's going to come out awesome against that bright cherry red. The liner to set it off, really nice. Custom order here with a burlap, really nice. These 2 yellow foxes, I'm really excited about. This is going to be sweet right here. You're seeing it obviously in a really rough configuration right now, but we have a heavy natural canvas micarta. There, have a look at that grain structure. How heavy that is, how coarse, with a bright green liner. Oh, brass pins, 3 brass pins again. That's kind of carrying that theme through this batch. These are going to be awesome. These 2 are as good as available right now if you'd like to pre-purchase, but they will be on my website when they're done as well, if they last that long. Now right down here, this last one is something totally new, something I haven't done before. Some of you guys will know it right away. So this is that big sort of Groman type knife, all prepped. Some of you guys already know what type of scale is behind this. This is a piece pine cone, resin impregnated scale with that bright red resin. Isn't that gorgeous? Looks a little bit rough, a little bit ugly looking right there now, just looking like that. But when this is done, we have all the hardware in there, and the material is fit and finish and polished to a glass-like finish. Oh, this thing is going to be wild. And also remember, this is the one with that file tang. Some jimping here. So this is going to be a pretty top-end custom build here. This thing is going to be exquisite when complete. Just finished gluing up a bunch of knives here, guys, and that is all that we're going to be working on for these knives for today. But make sure you come back to the next video to see some of these creations come to life. You don't get to appreciate them right now without handles, but there are going to be some really special knives here. While I was gluing up here, while I was prepping these knives and stuff, I had a local fisherman drop off a couple blades for me to sharpen for his work. I do some of that work occasionally. So I'm going to take you through the process that I use on knives like that here now. So we talked earlier about the risks that I took buying an expensive grinder like this, the variable frequency drive and everything. And this is one of the ways I help pay for it, you know, and it just helps take away the risk of buying such a tool. Helps me pay it off, put it to work. Normally, or originally with all my sharpening, I hand sharpened everything. Everything was sharpened on a whetstone, which takes a considerable amount of time, takes stone maintenance, etc. Pretty much everything that comes in now, unless specifically requested to be stone sharpening, gets belt sharpened. And this has just been a game changer. Although now I don't charge as much. I have like a very small blanket cost for knives here for local fishermen and stuff. It's just a quick little easy way, get a little bit of extra cash to help mitigate the expense of having these tools for my business. Maybe if it took 10 years, you know, maybe those little increments over 10 years might give you enough to pay for it. Heck, even if you got enough just to help support buying belts for my knife making. Just every little bit like that just helps ease the burden. Starting with a 120 grit belt here. Put on my eye protection, ear protection, and I'll just turn my variable frequency drive down to that full speed. Turn right down to 50%. Now here's where the skill comes in. It took a while to learn this. That one's done, and that belt grit right now. Now I'll go right to a 400 grit. Occasionally I'll use a 600 grit belt if I have one there. This belt is so smooth. There's that compressed air we want. A little bit of rouge on a buffing wheel. There you go, check out that edge. How beautifully profiled that is. Isn't that nice? The Dexter is a more thin knife, so not quite as deep of a secondary bevel. So just those two here today, and they are beautifully sharp. I think the fisherman will be happy with them. Something else that I do just to enhance the customer experience a little bit. These knives came to me like this today, so pretty clean, but a lot of times I have some really, really nasty ones that are pulled right off the splitting table, brought here and dropped off. Blood, fish scales and everything all over them. And I'll go ahead and wash them up. Clean them up, spray them down with some cleaner. I'll wire brush them if they have some rust spots getting on them, especially up near the handles and stuff. Some people use the traditional like Green River knives or the upswept, almost Nesmix style carbon steel knife, traditional wooden handle. Occasionally I'll get those come in. So I'll go ahead and wire brush them, clean off all the rust, give them a wipe down before I sharpen them. Just to pass back, just enhances the experience a little bit for the owner, for the client, the customer in this case. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you took a little something from it. Very productive day here in the shop. I'm going to keep going for today, but you're going to make sure you want to come back and see, like I already mentioned, see those knives glued up and see them grinded. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe if it's your first time here. Leave me a comment. I'd really appreciate it. Again, my email will be down below, and maybe I'll try to remember to put it here now. If you're interested in pre-purchasing one of those Prevails or one of those two Yellow Fox patterns. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful evening.